I'm setting up the lab. I've collected my spit. I have drawn with this ruler centimeter increments on the glass. I have only one, so then I'm going to add 1 milliliter of water. You should collect maybe 3 lines. If you collect 3 lines of spit, then you'll put 3 more lines of water. Therefore, you have 6 lines, and that should be enough for both of your experiments. Got some DI water. I'm going to add some to the second line. Now I'm going to mix it. I don't just want to have my amylase on top. I want to mix it. And then I'm going to discard it. Discard the pipette. Now I'm ready to set up the experiment. I am supposed to have 6 test tubes, 7. So let me label them. 1 will be in cold. 2 will be at room temperature. 3 will be 37. 4 will be a control. And 5 will be a control. I'm going to put 1 milliliter of starch in each. Go grab one of these. This is starch that was pre-made. It's 1%. It's very viscous. It's very thick. I'm going to put 1 milliliter in each. Tube 1 through 5. Look on here. 1 milliliter is right here. This is 2 milliliter. On this, it gives you a description of the volume that this holds. Try to dump it directly in without touching the glass. You should get used to doing this. So whenever you touch the glass, that means you can't go back into your original stock. In science, we call that contamination. You don't want to cross-contaminate your original stock solution. Right now, it's nothing in here, so it really doesn't matter too bad. But you should get accustomed to doing best practices. Now you're supposed to add your effector. Since you already did the first experiment, you know that neutral pH works. So just use some water and add. So let's say with the other experiments, I used 5 drops of hydrochloric acid and 10 drops of sodium hydroxide. Just take the average, 7. So then you would have added 7 drops of water. So I'm just going to add a half of a milliliter to each. 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. So I diluted the spit already. Now I'm going to remove a small amount of my original enzyme from 6 and place it in tube 7. So my original enzyme spit should have been this one. So I kind of messed up a little bit, but it's okay. So that was my 6th tube. So I think I have extra that I won't need to use. So it says, remove a small amount, about 2 milliliters of original enzyme from tube 6 and place it in tube 7. So this is going to be my tube 7. My last one, the last one that, well, I'll do it in here. Let me label this 7. Where's my marker? Basically, this is going to be the one that is denatured. So I'm going to add, what did I say, 1 ml of some spit. Oh, a little slimy. This has to be denatured. Ooh, that's hot. Uh-oh. What was it? Number 7? Ooh, that's hot. All right. So that has to be denatured. So this tube be denatured. Place that tube in water or hot water for 5 minutes. So I'm gonna time that. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna get the rest of this stuff ready. While the tube is boiling, place the other 1 through 5 into their appropriate environments. Okay, that's 5. That's that 1. Give me some water. I just needed a half of that. That is number 5. Alrighty. We're good to go. Not all tubes water boiling for replacement. Per tube on the base of tape. Not all tubes are ready for enzyme. Add the appropriate effector. I did. Now, do not add enzyme yet. So don't add enzyme. Equilibrate all tubes. So 1 goes in ice. Two goes room temperature. Ooh, that's hot. Let me pour this hot water out. I'm just putting it in this so it won't stick that in the red container, might fall over. 3 is at room body temperature. That's this incubator in the back that I showed you before. That's there. Number 4 is where? At 90. Ooh, that's hot. And 5 is at 90. This is to get them equilibrated to that temperature. There's no enzyme in it yet. Now you have to let that sit for a couple minutes. We're going to time this, and I'll come back shortly. 5 minutes.